rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine. You gotta rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine. You gotta rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine. You gotta rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine. People don't know something, they'll speculate. If they think they know something, they'll fabricate. And if they know something, they'll just hate. But you gotta make it happen for you anyway. Make a move that makes a difference. Stop worrying about people, leave it to the senses. You gotta rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine. You gotta rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine. You gotta rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine. You gotta rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine.
Welcome to the Showcase. I'm your host, Q Cherie, and today we're going to be meeting with the wonderful Uche Akeeb. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a jet setter. We have her today speaking about her new book. And could you just please tell us a little bit about what you do outside of being an author?
Okay, yes, I'm a live chat solution provider at blinds.com here in Houston, Texas. I'm also a coach, which was born out of the fact that after publishing my book, people reached out to me to help them out with publishing their manuscript. So I was open. I was like, okay, no problem. I'll coach you on how to go into because I did self-publish my book.
Wow.
So I coach people on how to self-publish their book, and hearing their stories and seeing that they almost gave up because they didn't have someone to lead them through. It's so fulfilling that I was able to be part of that journey in helping them publish their book. And I'm also going into keynote speaking as well. And I do have a clothing line, and I'm a real estate investor.
Wow. So that is a lot. You have so many things going for yourself right now. What made you decide to go into real estate?
My father-in-law was a successful real estate investor, and my husband is also passionate about real estate. So when we were thinking about what else can we invest into, what else can we branch out into, I just, thought about real estate, and I did the course for 3 months, and we got our first investment home on the 31st of January, and in less than 3 months, we were done rehabbing, and we sold the house. So I was like, okay, this is really cool. Yeah, let's keep going.
So it was a team. It was a team effort.
Yeah, it was a team effort. My husband and I into real estate investment, and it's been. I actually thought it was gonna be so hard, but it was actually easier than we thought it was gonna be, and we're so glad we took that decision to start.
Well, yeah, that's always the key. The first step is starting. If you
Yes,
don't ever start, you can't ever finish.
that is very true.
So, with your clothing line, you spoke a little bit about that. What's the name of your clothing line?
It's called Uche Exclusive.
Perfect. What type of garments do you sell?
I love African prints, and I also love the Western style. So I use African prints to produce Western style. So it's kind of like what I'm wearing now.
Oh,
So I
that's
just put
beautiful.
a touch of my culture to it. It's just my way of expressing myself in fashion, using fashion.
Very colorful. I love it. How long have you been doing that?
It's been 3 years now.
3 years. Wow. Now, is there any way that they can find you outside of being local, or is there a website that we can go to learn more about your clothing line?
For now, I'm local,
Okay.
but I'm working on putting it up to everyone and having a website that everyone can go to. I was actually working on that before I published my book, and then the coaching came in and speaking came in. I put it on hold for a little while, but fashion is my real passion, so I'm definitely working towards keeping it open to everyone before the end of this year for sure.
Oh, well, that would be great. I mean, I'm very passionate about fashion as well, so I would love to be able to get a chance to review your clothing line and wear a few
Thank
of your
you.
pieces. So definitely let me know
Thank
when
you
that
so much. I will
launches.
definitely let you know. Thank you.
Awesome. You just have so much going on. Listen, well, we want to get right into it. Tell us a little bit about your book and what inspired you to write and create.
Yeah, so the impact of excellent customer service was born out of the fact that I've been into customer service for 13 years. However, when I relocated to the United States and got hired by Blinds.com, they equipped me with the right tools to offer world-class service. Their customer service was being offered with a difference. So when I started to offer world-class service, unfortunately for me, I was expecting this same level of service that I offer my customers
I know
to
the
from the
feeling.
companies that I patronize. You can imagine how frustrated I feel when I don't get the exact same service. So I decided to stop complaining and to be a part of the solution in my own little way. So that did inspire me because I realized that what I do know is not common knowledge. And when I'm the customer service trainer for the National African Business Association, so
Wow.
when Akindele Akinyemi appointed me to be the customer service trainer, it opened my eyes to see that what I know is not what a lot of people know. So I decided to express myself and let people know that, it's so easy when your business start growing, it's very easy to neglect the customer experience
Yes.
and you tend to focus more on the products. But you need to know that these customers are the essence of your existence in the first place. And always, I mean, it's common courtesy to appreciate your customer because they're the reason why you're in business. And in order for you to have long-term growth and sustainability, you need to constantly appreciate these customers. You need to constantly offer that world-class service because the world is changing today. There are so many competitors out there. The only thing that can make you stand out is when you offer great service. So yeah, I felt that I could, in my own way, let people know and let businesses know that this is what you have to do in order to retain your customers. And the company I work for has 70% referral business. You can imagine what will happen if they don't offer world-class service to their customers? That 70% business
Yes.
will be lost. So you feel like you're doing good, try better. I mean, you see much more better revenue when you value your customers and offer them world-class service.
That is true. That is true. There is nothing worse than having bad customer service.
I'm telling you, it is.
Bad customer service. Because I think people tend to forget that they're the customer at some point too. So you
Yes.
brought up a great point, and I also like the point that you brought up about complaining about it. And basically, I say this a lot, but if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. I like the fact that you took that and spent it around and said, you know what? Maybe everybody isn't as influenced by customer service as me, and maybe people don't even realize how important it is, but
Yeah.
let me create this book, this staple that's going to take it to another level and show people how to use it so that it will impact them. So that's a great point that you made for the impact of excellence, customer service on business growth book that you wrote. Now,
Thank you.
from your own personal opinion, because you've had many years in customer service, what do you think is the biggest influence as far as the necessity for customer service and how you have used your customer service to change the game?
The biggest influence in customer service.
Yes.
The thing though is the company needs to know first of all, they need to value the customers first of all. When they value the customers, it influences them to give them the great experience. And one thing we need to know is whatever product you're selling is helping to solve the customer's problem. So if you go
True.
into business hoping that, oh, I want to make money, I want to sell products and make profits, you're going in with the
Yes.
wrong idea. When you go into the business saying, I want to help solve this problem,
Mhm.
it's gonna that would really inspire you to make sure that customer satisfaction is your number one goal. So, for example, if you're selling a pen, You want to solve the problem of having people put down things. So when you go into business saying, okay, I want to make sure that they have things, they put down things the right way, and they'll come back
That's
and
right.
see that record is still there because people still have diaries where they pen down things. And then I want to make sure
That's
that when they
true.
come back, they'll see that the pen is not cleaned off, and the thing is still the way they left it. You would always aspire to satisfy the customer and doing great quality ink and pen. But when you say, oh, I want to make profits and you want to give quality products, you're not going to pay attention to what the customer needs. And
Exactly.
you wouldn't know when you go out of line. And before you know it, you're doing damage control. So what inspires you, number one, is to go into business knowing that you're there to solve a specific problem that people want. Because we all need each other's talents to be able to live life to the fullest.
That's true. And without that, I mean, there's not really much left because when you think about it, customer service is centered around a people centric environment. And if you can't relate to the people, then
Exactly.
what would make them want to buy your product when there's so many other products out there?
That
So
is very true.
I think that that's a great point that you made. Now, as far as any other business ventures, do you have anything else that'll be coming up soon or a new book?
Yes, I do. I'm actually writing another book that centers around my life story. After I published this book, even right before I published this book, I've had a lot of people that keep telling me, all these ventures you've taken up, you inspire me a lot. And I did realize that when you find your passion and you take action upon it, that it's going to help you to keep going because you're going to encounter obstacles along the way. But if you're passionate about what you're doing, when you fall, you're going to stand up and continue being determined to keep going because passion makes you determined, and there's something inspirational about being determined. So when you find your passion and you act upon it, you keep going. So this book is going to be around, finding your passion and taking action. And once you're passionate about something you're doing, it's very hard to knock you off your track. So with my life experiences, I'm trying to, like, not just people around me saying you inspire me a lot. I also want people all over the world to also learn when they read my story and when they read the book. So yeah, I have a new book coming soon, and I also plan on having a book signing event towards the end of the year.
And what location in the country is that book signing going to be in?
It's gonna be in Houston, Texas.
Perfect. So if anybody's looking for you, they can find you in Houston, Texas at the book signing
Yes.
once it occurs. But until then, how can they purchase your book?
They can purchase my book on Amazon.com. It's in form of ebook and paperback. Also at Barnes and Nobles. It's also on Kobo, iBook, and Scribble.
Perfect. And if they just want to see you and get in touch with you, how can they do it through social media or email or by phone?
It's gonna be through my Facebook page, Uche Akeeb, my author page, facebook.com/Uche Akeeb, or just search for Uche Akeeb. It's gonna come up. That's the way people reach out to me.
Awesome. And how do you spell it? We want to make sure
It's
it's clear.
That's true. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah, it's Ucheakeeb, Uche Akeeb.
Thank you so much. Well, that sounds great, and I think it's a blessing that you're teaching people about customer service because I feel like nowadays the industry sort of lacks it. Even though we have all these programs that are created around the customer centric environment, there's a lot of times and a lot of opportunities where customer service is missed. And I
Yes.
feel like this book is just perfect. It hits it right on the nail. The things that maybe companies are missing or could do better to really engage within their customer environment. So I really appreciate you writing this book, and I appreciate the fact that you're continuing it with a second follow up book. So that sounds great.
Thank you so much. And I would also like to add one thing too, because most times the when you have the intent and the impact is different. So some companies do have the intention of um, creating the right customer experience. But if it's a large company, they do not have the right QA policy in place to track this customer experience. So they might really want to give the right experience, but when they have these customer service reps not giving the right experience and they don't have a way of tracking it, it's still going to be the same thing because you're not going to be able, they won't give the right service and they don't have a way of tracking it. And before they know what's going on, there's a bad review and, you're already doing damage control.
Yeah, and that's another good point that you made, because nowadays with social media, there are so many different review applications that people
Right.
can just a click of the button and
People do not want to settle for less, trust
your
me.
image. Yes. And please believe companies, customers are looking at those reviews, especially if they're not familiar with the name. So it's
That's very
important.
true.
Integrity first.
That's
Integrity
true.
first.
Before I shop, I go search for reviews to make sure that you don't mess with me ahead of time.
That's true.
And I'm going to stay
That's
clear if I
good.
see a bad review.
Yeah, well, I have to say, I try to take it with a grain of salt, just because you never know what exactly occurred. But I
Right.
definitely do take heed to the reviews. So if you have some questionable reviews, you better start working on your customer service.
Yeah, true.
Well, thank you so much, Uche Akeeb, for joining us
Thank you so much for
today.
having me. Thank you for this great opportunity.
Well, I'm your host, Q Cherie. This is the Showcase, and until next time, let's talk about it.
Yeah, that was.
Welcome to the showcase, baby. The showcase. Righteous minds. It's your time to shine. The showcase. Righteous minds. It's your time. To shine. The showcase.
Time to shine, make you go blind with glittering fame. I'm blowing up your radio stations, remember my name. I'm never ever going back inside the door that I came. I'm thinking like a Bossellini, I'm no longer a lame. Was a mustard seed, now I'm sprouting big like sequoias. I was going at a solo, now my crew would destroy you. If you hate it, then my eerie ways will probably annoy you. Confidence equals strength, hesitation is paranoia. Man and machine, I'm talking power extreme. I'm the ultimate clone, Holmes, you know what I mean. I got my dream team premeditating schedules and schemes. Sing with Queen for Kareem.
Let's take a look at our new SoundCloud artist of the week. We have Just Chase with one of his new singles, Slept On.
Blended nigga, you the fruit, I'm a little bit of Emmett Tupac. Niggas, bitches get a boob job. Sipping Henny till the dude knocked. Slept on the kid for like too long. Intelligence levels neutron. Jimmy, bitches, get your shoes on. I'm like Kimber when he was at UConn. Blender nigga, you the fruit, I'm a little bit of Emmett Tupac. Niggas, bitches get a boob job. Sipping Henny till the dude knocked. You taking shit from an inaccurate source. I was in class with some poor. Grades ain't passing my course. Passed out to the point I would actually snore when the class would get bored. The clown with the jokes, I was cracking them all. They would laugh at me, dog. Like I'm Cat Williams or a grown ass nigga who just shat on his drawers. I will not let the opinion of plenty men family siblings convince the kid where to go with his gift. There's those men who wish you well like the biggest fish. Remember, there's those men who get jealous and scared of your penmanship. Now you egg and since you rich, you ain't do shit to make it, but suck dick and take it. I'm coming hot just like the dick of Satan. Boy, you instigating while you is complacency through the loans car because I missed the payment till I pay the debt off and the nigga make it. Said I pay the debt off when a nigga make it. Yeah.
And our next SoundCloud artist is New York's own Steve Gunner with Bring It.
King, no Coretta Scott. Whoever sleeping on me gon' be mad that they slept a lot. Not shooting the same shot. Lyrically, I shake blocks. I know I ain't from Philly, but I'm still giving my state props. And all y'all niggas, man, y'all need to. Cause I've been killing shit, nigga, for a minute. And all y'all niggas, man, y'all need to. Cause I've been killing shit, nigga, for a minute. And all y'all niggas, man, y'all need to. Cause I've been killing shit, nigga, for a minute. Yeah, all y'all niggas, man, y'all need to. Cause I've been killing shit. I'm still.
Feel my lips, eyes
I sang a song to you, yeah. I sang a song to you, I celebrate. This is how I communicate. Happy I could be so into you. Happy I could be so into you. Happy I could be so into you, babe. Happy I could be so into you. Happy I could be so into you. Happy I could be so into you, babe. Baby, 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 you make me love so hard. I'm singing crazy for you, baby, 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 baby. You make me. A dream is right here, so let's not fight it, since a dream is right here to keep us united. Doubt is forever gone. Happy I could be so into you. Happy I could be so into you. Happy I could be so into you, babe. Happy I could be so into you. Happy I could be so into you. Happy I could be so into you, babe. Baby, 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 baby. I do another song. Dream of the things you'll never know. Oh, dream of the beauty within your soul. When you dream, dream slow. Take the time to let dreams grow. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Guaranteed it will be a reality. Dream through the fears of things unknown. Oh, dream of bounties both young and old. When you dream, never let go. Take the time to let dreams grow. just dream, just dream, just dream. Guaranteed it will be a reality. Dream not because I tell you so. Oh no. Dream because you know that the dream that you dream will light your soul. That the dream that you dream will light your soul. Just dream, just dream, just dream, just dream. Guaranteed will be a reality. Dream, oh dream.
And don't let nobody stop your shine. You gotta rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine. People don't know something, they'll speculate. If they think they know something, they'll fabricate. And if they know something, they'll just hate. But you gotta make it happen for you anyway. Make a move that makes a difference. Stop worrying about people, leave it to the senses. You gotta rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine. You gotta rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine. You gotta rise and grind and don't let nobody stop your shine.